chrysalid. Each and every one. You are as a second budrill. I will prepare for my part while you plant the seeds. Place one on each earthen mound around this space. You see where? Good. Look around this space. For each seed there is a mound. Leave and go in peace, young one. Stand on the platform so that we can begin. Chrysalid. I will prepare for my part, but look around this space. Leave and go in peace. Stand on the platform so that we can begin. Is it not? Why do you remain? That's not how the ceremony goes. You were supposed to give yourself to the sprites, as Bodril always did. Instead, look at them. You've killed them all. This I had not considered. Mortals forever perplex me. You are not Bodril, so I must make allowances. Very well. Although this was not as I hoped. You could only do what fate permits. But since Bodril should be gone, so should you. Leave Brunwath. But first, have this. A gift of the flowering. Go in peace.
While the shaper brushed the plains with hills and wheat, and the carver moulded the deserts with a careful, measured hand, the third of the Majestics stood from the earthen cradle and beheld the glories of their work. He was the architect and carried in his mind a dream, the form of growth, a design shaped in nature, a place of wild abundance in harmony. The architect readied himself. He construed the goods of earth and sky as tools, and weighted plans of origins, built 2-piece planks for wood and stone. He began creating. Waters trickled through the Shee, and life sprung from the ground. The wolf and its antelope, the bear and its fish, all the work of the architect. As the architect laboured, he found an inferno. There, in the heart of the Feywood, the fire raged. It consumed all life uncontrollably. He faced the inferno, but could not quell its hunger. In despair, he looked upon the Sidhe.
Do you wish to join me in meditation, Dustling?
He saw the saplings nourished by the gentlest of touches. He went to the river and said, "Follow this path and you will never run dry." The river changed its course and fell onto the blaze. A tired sigh escaped the water. It remains as an azure mist upon the land, ringing with fate's song. Its broomy brow left a sheen of rich dew on every leaf and blade of grass.
Be wary, mortal. The brown...
The fires abated, the rock cloven by time, and the cascades sauntering through this vale. The architect finished crafting the she, this haunting beauty, a mystic requiem for the fading of Ashara's other children. It will forever remain the body of the forest, built from an ordered wilderness, constructed by a natural chaos.
You are a curious creature. Merely a child of dust, and yet something about you is new. You must be the one that Niralim has sensed. Have you come to enter the great city of Isa? The heart of the Summer Fae, and the font of life in Dalentarth. Few are worthy of entering our city of Isa, but sometimes an exception can be made. Then you will need the blessing of Niralim, and he's been expecting you since you set foot in his forest. You can find Niralim's lantern-clad boughs to the southwest. Have no fear, for you are already known and welcome in his realm. Speak with Niralim.
It is not wise for a mortal such as yourself to be wandering
Well, it's always nice to see a passerby. You're the traveler I'm waiting for, eh? See you around.
Welcome to our haven in the Sidhe. I am Citric Vorm. My brother Arhaus and I give assistance to any wayfarer that may need it. You look a lot more hearty than the sort we typically get here. You might be able to help me. We've had several visitors from Detir tell us that they were savagely ambushed by brownies. Unusual. Brownies of the Sidhe are not that aggressive. They mostly keep to themselves and only attack when approached. If there is indeed a group of brownies ambushing travelers, then those monsters need to be taken care of. Good. I'll see that you are rewarded for your efforts. I still have trouble believing those brownies would be so aggressive. Most unusual. See you later.
Welcome to our lodge. Surprised you made it out here by yourself. The Sidhe is a dangerous place. Lucas Soren, the poor soul in the next room. She did not fare so well. She was attacked by a thresh. Normally a fatal encounter in and of itself. Barely managed to make it here before passing out. That wasn't enough. She's had a rare reaction to the thresh's usually benign venom. Only thing that will save her is a rare plant found in the Sidhe. But I cannot venture out to get one. I tried, but the forest is not like the sea. I got turned around so many times it felt like the trees were dancing around me. It's just too far into the Sidhe. I could not make it. You will? Well, if you manage to bring me one, I'll reward you with what I can. I've heard that seerstalk grow near flowing, misting water, so you might try following the river north. I thought I heard the roar of waterfalls when I once wandered up there, but I didn't go far enough to find out. The Sidhe, you know. Another time, then.
Greetings.
grief. A seerstock. I cannot believe it. Here is your reward. You more than deserve it. I shall administer this to Luca at once. The seerstock should make quick work of the venom. Safe travels.
Welcome. So, there was indeed a group of brownies attacking those on the trail to Detir. Well, here is the reward I promised for taking care of them. Still, it is strange that brownies would act in such a way. I wonder. I've heard of something that could make them act that aggressively, but it can't be here. We must go to Rundamir. It is the largest brownie den in the Shi. I'm sure we will find the answer there. Make sure you are prepared. Brownies may look weak, but they are ferocious in large numbers. After you are ready, head south. Rundamir is a Fey hollow on the edge of the Shi. I will meet you there. Another time, then.
Not like the other. Nerilim says few words, and even fewer words are spoken of the children of dust. You are quite the exception. Nerilim would not mention you unless there was some pressing matter of fate. You should speak with the wise tree yourself and learn of what has been foreseen. Go with wisdom.
Careful where you tread, for these grounds are sacred.
The maid, convinced of Olane's threat, agreed to free the town. The people offered thanks and praise, and quietly she went her ways. Once the ill were brought to health, and the villain had fallen by, good Olane returned to mortal ground, and gifted them with magic found.
Come closer, little curiosity. Here you are, At last. Rest beneath the world tree's boughs, Quickling, and I may study you. You are something new, and it has been many ages since I have seen a Quickling who has learned to be new. New things bring both wonder and danger. Such newness must be nurtured, given fertile ground, and allowed to bloom. And if you are indeed a wondrous new thing, I would allow you to walk in the gardens of Issa, the home of the Summer Fae. Look around you, and I am all that you can see. My roots spread across Dalantarth. My leaves read the winds from Frostbrine Coast to Alabastra. My family and I circle this world. We were saplings when your kind emerged from the dark, and we will grow with you until this world burns once again. Many seek to enter the last bastion of the Fae, but in these times, few Quicklings are worthy. The time of the Fae is passing. I must shelter them in their twilight and protect them from the corruption that spreads in their kin to the east. Prismeer is a crystal, powerful and prized by your kind. With it, what you call magic becomes even more potent. Prismeer is dangerous to the Fae. It fuels Gadflow's madness as well as his army's bloodlust and power. Issa and the Summer Fae have been spared its touch. For now. While the Summer Fae of Issa fade, their winter cousins are burning in a sea of fire. They are not content to pass peacefully. They will take all with them. Issa's end has always been certain, buried beneath their Prismeer blades. I can only hold back the tide, but you, perhaps you can change the currents. Where you tread, you mark all you touch. Before I would help you, I must know, will you be a kind gardener or a careless reaper? Like all Quicklings, you are eager to act. I would rather see the method of your action. A tribe of trolls has been corrupted with Prismeer. Their matriarch, Nash, has united the clans in the first step on the path of Dalantarth's demise. But your path is your own now. Defeat Nash, remove the taint of Prismeer. Then I shall see who you are, if not who you will become. The troll matriarch and her brood await at Haxi. Their corruption burns my roots and threatens our future.
Has guided me to assist you, or perhaps to watch you instead. Either way, we hunt Narsh together. Come with me. Trolls are rarely clever, and Narsh will not hide herself from an interloper, no matter how much she's been tainted by Prismeer. Press onward to find her. Return to the hunt. Softly. Trolls rarely organize, and even the largest clans never dig this deep. What are the Tuatha doing here? Tread softly. We hunt tainted prey. The heart of the Summer Fae, and the font of life in Dalantarth. Wise Niralim, the wisest mortal, the protector of Issa. Niralim watches over us even now. Return to the hunt.
Yeah.
Narsh ever brought her brood on a rampage, they would destroy half of Dalantarth. We hunt tainted prey. Return to the hunt. Tuatha must be corrupting the trolls with prison. Near. Tread softly. Looks like the Tuatha have been working here for a long time. If they've come this far inland, Fae and mortal alike are in great danger. We hunt tainted prey. Return to the hunt. What have the Tuatha done to her? Narsh's pain is no more thanks to you. Niralim will want to speak with you when Narsh has been defeated and she no longer threatens Dalentarth. Niralim will want to thank you in person. Farewell, curious one.
Greetings. Welcome back. What can I do for you? Farewell.
Thank you, stranger. Our house tells me if it were not for you, I would not have recovered. I am not accustomed to such injury. Usually I am more than capable of taking care of myself. I have no desire to encounter that thresh again. Do not make that claim lightly, for a thresh is not something so easily overcome. In truth, I would walk easier through the She knowing the thresh has been removed. Please reconsider, for though I wish to see an end put to this creature, I would not risk your life or that of any other. If you are determined to defeat it, I will tell you where I encountered it. But go with care, for I have no desire to send you to your death. The thresh attacked me in the eastern She, south of the river. Later then.
You return, and in your wake, Dalentarth blossoms. The flow is rearranged, now and forever. Narsh's brood is at an end. You have destroyed what was written, and made a new fate for Dalentarth. And yet the Tuatha still spread, marching with Prismeer and pain. You have only delayed our doom. You have the power of an immortal, and yet the humility to ask for help. Little one, I envy your grace. You shall carry my blessings with you. You must know this, Quickling. The age is changing. Immortals are passing, and the future belongs to the young races. If there is a future to be had. Go, and stand at the heart of the She. There you will find Issa, and perhaps you will find wisdom as well. Only the path of your own choosing. Stand at the heart of the She. May your path be long and ever green.
not to be bothered.
Ah, you have arrived at last. Welcome to the Gardens of Issa, home of the Summer Court, and the warm heart of the Feylands. I know you had hoped to speak with the High King, but our seers sense a danger pursuing you. Naturally, we cannot allow such threats to be brought into the High Court, perhaps once you have dealt with your own unfinished business. The ranks of the Fae were not always sullied by the presence of anything so coarse as the Tuatha. Once, the summer and winter courts existed in harmony. But Gadflow perverted the winter court with talk of his new god, and from that poison, the Tuatha arose. The sapling of the World Tree bears centuries of great wisdom. Of course, long-lived as Nirlam is, it is still regrettably mortal. Even all greatest mortal wisdom cannot compare to the perspective given by true agelessness. Begging your pardon, of course.
All are welcome in the Understyle. Your kind doesn't feel the desire to explore, but only... Please, come forward into the light of the font. Ah, nothing noble about you. That must mean you're the one Erwin is expecting on the trellis. Go there, but be sure to retire to Felltown when you're finished. Farewell.
Siolana for sagecraft.
Greetings. What have I done now? Someone in Issa is always looking to send me away. But...
Hello, child.
Don't know if we've had the pleasure. I'm the finest merchant in these parts, I assure you. You can't just have a group of book-minded mages and expect the organization to take care of itself. They rely on people to look after the logistics, like me. Come back anytime.
Hello. Oh, look at you. Finding everything you need? Anything I can be of help with? Stop by again.
Welcome to the Issa chapter house of the Scholia Arcana. How may I be of assistance? We are an order of magic practitioners dedicated to the fostering of knowledge regarding all things mystical and arcane. While the heart of our power lies in Rathir, we keep an embassy here in Issa to maintain strong relations with the Fae. Traditionally, our applicants undergo years of preparation, but we understand your circumstances are somewhat irregular. Ever since you entered the city, we've been watching you. After all, an endorsement from Niralim is not quickly dismissed. If it is your wish to join our order, you must first complete the trial of initiation. It is a ritual that will better equip us to understand what place you might have among us. I will not lie. Some do not survive the ordeal. Of those who do, only a select few are chosen to become members of our order. Then first I shall present you with this. It is the story of the Order's founding and a good primer for all who wish to join our ranks. Now I shall summon the circle of mages necessary to perform the ritual. Savant Engar will lead the trial. Speak to him in the Delving Hall when you're ready to begin. It is not for me to divulge the details of the trial. Farewell.
Damn quiet, damn fools. I'm sorry, friend, I didn't see you there. I'm afraid I'm a bit concerned. A few nights ago, I was the victim of an attempted robbery. Someone sought to steal a gem of mine from a chest I warded myself. That night, 3 initiates fled the chapter. Cassera, Aloran, and Bertrand. I suspect they were somehow involved. They could only have run into the She. Can you find them? Someone attempted to steal Cassera, Aloran, and Bertrand. Thank you. Find out what happened and I'll be grateful. Until next time, how goes the search? Goodbye!
gems? I do hope you are staying safe, stranger. Do visit me again.
This is a place of great importance. Please refrain from touching anything.
Welcome to the Lyceum Grove. I am Jackson. It is strange to see a mortal so far from Felltown. Farewell, mortal.
Be well.
Oh, excellent. Another... Oh, a mortal. I don't think I could... Well, perhaps I might. Yes, of course. Why not? You, Dustling, how would you like to make some of your shiny, bright metal? What's it called? Ah, yes, gold. How would you like some of that? My role is with the Hall of Appointments, to prepare visiting ambassadors and dignitaries to meet with the Court of Summer. Right now, there are 4 terrible, regal lords and ladies that wish to see High King Tatarian, but they are a fickle lot and require extra, handling. They must enter the font in a procession, but each has his or her own preferences, and I can't afford to offend any of them. Wonderful. That's one less aggravation that demands my concern. Thank you, mortal. The dignitaries have been seen about the gardens, enjoying its many splendors. I will remain here and await your advice. Everywhere. Goronet is in the Hall of Appointments, but the others are all over this. Goodbye.
Bring your dark word here to Ethan.
Turn away, mortal. The Den of Night is meant for the impudent. Your entrance shall be denied. Avoid the Den of Night, Dustling.
Hi, how are you? Hey there, pretty. This is Aska's Alley, best tavern in Issa. Only tavern in Issa. If you're new in the city, I can help. I know everything about the understyle, the embassy, the Scholia Arcana, you name it. I know it all. Bye now.
If you're looking to drown your worries at the bottom of a bottle, this is the place for you.
I'm Gertern Asker, and this is my establishment. But if you're looking for the Victor's Brew, we don't sell that in Asker's Alley, and you'll have to take your business elsewhere. It's the most popular drink in Amalur, at least it is now. My Asker's Ale used to be the preferred beverage, but every day brings more cancelled orders. My brother and I are working on a new drink, but it requires something special. Wait a minute. Maybe you could help. If you do, I could see to it that the merchants in Issa treat you well. So here's what we're thinking. Bring back our grandmother's favorite Asker's Draft, a classic. The recipe calls for bristletongue seeds, and if you're talking rare ingredients, bristletongue tops the list. It's worthless for potions, but tastes fabulous. The problem is that the Fae control the use of bristletongue, as it's a product of the Font's waters. Talk to Jackson, their apothecary. He can probably get it for us. He spends his time in the Lyceum Grove in the Understyle section of town. He's an odd duck, always crafting new tonics. Some advice? Don't drink any. See you soon.
You should come by town later tonight. That's when we children of the dust really
What could you possibly want from me? I am Warlord Wenery, Lady of the Red Sands. I am not to be disturbed. I am not petty, but I have limits, as do we all. I know I should lead the formation because of my position, but other, more tender individuals will insist otherwise. Whatever you do, do not make me walk behind the High Fae Mage Goronet. How shall I put this? He has an odor. If you value this position, you will make sure Lord Setter is not behind Huntress Hartwin. She finds him despicable, as do I. My only request is that Lord Goronet follow far behind me. He and... Of course. But see that...
Hello, I am Ambassador Calder of the Almain. We may be new to the region, but we are just as involved in matters of the Fae and the... See you later, friend. Aren't you bold? This is the Varani wing of the embassy, and few venture here without being summoned. I'm Ambassador Odvar, he who bloodies the waters. I have lived in less hospitable places. The Fae may not understand what it means to be mortal, but they certainly have an eye for beauty. Leave me to my business.
I apologize, but one of my station has many
Then we must do what needs to be done.
You must be the special messenger Tatarian's expecting. Trust me, the rest of us have heard plenty about it. Erwin can't keep his big mouth shut. I am Methani Keen, Dokalfar ambassador to the Summer Court Fae. I'm sorry. This is a difficult position sometimes. Something is about to happen, and it must be stopped. But that is all I can say. This is neither the time nor the place. If you're interested in hearing my story, meet me in the worship circle after dark, near the gates. I will wait for you there. This is not the place. I will meet goodbye.
May Lyria touch you.
I hope you're here about the job. Demand is higher than ever. I'm just too busy to deal with anything else. Making a fortune is what? These visitors come with obscene amounts of gold or treasure. They don't mind parting with it. My plan was brilliant. I created a blade. Fey blade, of course, that makes them authentic, something all of them had to have. That's all they care about anyway. Fey souvenirs. I called it the Honor brand. Truth be told, it's dull as a stick, but it's easy to make. Listen, if you can find the parts and make them, I'll pay good money. Fabulous, fabulous! You know a good deal when you see it. There aren't enough people like you in Issa. The Fae don't even use money. Can you imagine? Once you start forging the Honor brands, bring them to me and I'll provide you with just compensation. There should be plenty of parts around the city. For creatures with no interest in possessions, they sure know how to collect a fair amount of junk. Goodbye.
I can help you with those weapons. You've been watching me long enough. What is it? Did I wrong you in another life, brother? I'll be here.
What you need. If you're looking to buy armor, I'm the only one I don't have many weapons to offer, on account of the peace edict, but... There's still a selection to pick through. Have at it. Nice talking.
You need any?
Get over here. We don't abort. I'd buy strangers in Issa, and then... Farewell.
Good. You've come. I'm sorry to make you wait like this, but what I mean to discuss is very sensitive. It involves treachery. Despite the calm you see around you, the gardens of Issa are on the brink of war, and the question is, which one will it be? There are plans being made to seize this city. The Varani are displeased with the Court of Summer's lack of support for their people, and they wish to overthrow Tartarian and force the remaining Fae to fight. We can prevent this, but we must act now. If saving your people isn't enough, we can pay you as a reward. The Varani cannot stomach Tartarian's neutrality. They believe that his Fae subjects could be convinced to march with us on the battlefield. I believe this as well, but I would never resort to violence. The Varani wish to turn Issa into a military camp. We cannot let that happen. It will ruin all our people have achieved here. Of course, it is the right thing to do. The leader of the plot is the Varani ambassador, Kierna Brenner. Every night, the ambassador strolls Memory Walk, alone. She carries a pair of daggers. Take them. Afterwards, dispose of them. Destroy them. Salvage them. I don't care. Return to me when it is done. She spends most of her time in the embassy, but in the evenings, she enjoys a leisurely stroll through Memory Walk. Try there after dark. Goodbye.
Evening.
How did I get here?
Welcome. We must not be seen in fellowship. Our agreement must... She spends most of her time in the embassy, but in the evenings, the Varani communicate secretly using weapons. They engrave codes into the blades of daggers and swords, and that way, they can get them. We believe this particular pair of daggers describes the defenses of Issa, where it's strong and where it's weak. The Varani are plotting, and they will act. Goodbye.
Why, hello. I am Viscount Setter the Allseer. Order? I care nothing for order. It is the others who insist on such foolishness and frippery. However, if you are the one who determines such things, may I ask that you place me behind the warlord Wenery? I enjoy watching her backside travel. It would be best if Garnet trails far behind Great Huntress Hartwin. Once at each other's throats, those two are difficult to tear apart. Always a pleasure.
Yes?
Yes, mortal?
Yes? Oh, a mortal in the understyle. This is indeed a treat. Come closer. I seldom see one of your kind so far from Felltown. Bristletongue, my, that would be something. A mockingbird with the font's only yield. Of course I will tell you where it is. What would be the fun in refusing? But before I do that, you need to offer me something. Isn't that how you mortals act? One deed for another? As steward of tinctures and elixirs, I often dabble in alchemy, especially with the water from the font. And I need you to drink this potion. Good. I will know what this does to the mortal constitution. Go on, big gulps now. None of that sipping. Goodbye.
Come here, pretty. Let me take
Welcome. Let us never speak of this again. I don't know you. I don't like you. And I hope I never see you again. Take this gold and these supplies. Such items are hard to come by in wartime. This is where we part.
Olaine will not tell you of this. She disapproves of pride. She does embody nature's tooth, a sharp and silent, simple truth. And yet Olaine will always shine among the ballad's lore. For humble though her carriage be, a greater knight we'll never see.
Why, hello. I am Viscount Setter. Order, however, if you are the one, it would be best if Garnet trails far back. Always a...
Another steward? When did the Gardens of Issa become such a teeming pot of nonsense? What is it? Me? Well, my seniority dictates that I should be leading this procession, but my lame leg prevents me from taking my rightful place. I should bring up the rear. I will make it to Tartaryon's throne, even if I have to crawl. Great Huntress Heartwen should go first, leading us all. She's particularly like that. I would hate to anger her. Of course.
Pretty evening, isn't it? Nice to see you.
Yes? Oh, a more bristled but a steward of tinctures and elixir. Good, go on. Goodbye.
must be protected.
Yes, Duskling.
Oh, you took me by surprise. I'm not accustomed to mortal. I am Lord Saramer, the High Lore Sage of Issa. I am here to answer all questions regarding the House of Ballads and the House of Valor. Good fortune follow. You're always welcome. The Ballads belong to all in the by choosing to lead the Summer Fae. Titarian is eternally linked to our fortunes, both day and night. He feels the waning magic as a mortal might feel his heart sink at the sight of his sunrise. When our seasons end, Titarian will be the first to enter the long winter. This sanctuary is where the knights of our most prestigious house stay when visiting the Court of Summer. I act as their humble scribe and servant. All Summer Fae clutch the glory of the House of Ballads to its collective breast, knowing that the deeds of one are indeed the deeds of all. It was one of the Fae's great houses until its leader was challenged and beaten, and the magic faded under the mortals' leadership. Now even the sanctuary here on the trellis is wilted and closed as a result of our great loss. Or perhaps it's a sign of something darker. It was one of the Fae's. Now even the sanctuary here on the trellis is It is meant exclusively for those close to the Summer Court, or the ambassador who wishes. Our most honourable institutions reside on the trellis, including the House of Ballad Sanctuary and what was once the House of Valor Sanctuary. We are the children of the fields and fountains, a Fae body filled with a deep breath of magic. All that you see around you is ours. For many seasons we lived in these forests and canyons alone, distrusting, apart. But once we felt the call to join together, we became the Seelie. May good fortune follow.
May the stone sing your song to the ages. May the breath of time remember you. Listen. Listen as the echo stone etches each ballad in memory. Olaine sought to bring the light of truth, to save a village plagued, to find a cure for them. Her quest, the Maid of Windermere, her test. Once the ill were brought to health, and the villain had fallen by, good Olaine returned to mortal ground and gifted them with magic found.
You feel it, don't you? The font's waning flow. You are intimate with the ways of magic. You're like me, youngling. You see the end. Of the gardens of Issa? Of the Summer Court? Why, this crystal wall may be the end of all Fae. I know because I am Nomeron, master of the font, the wellspring of all Summer Court magic. I've seen it flow at its highest, but I've never seen it so dry. Something must be done before all this city withers into nothingness. The font is the source of all Summer Court magic. It has flowed through this mountainside since our kind sprang up from the dirt. That flow has waned in recent days. It's unnatural, even as the magic in the world grows. The Fae, it seems, will wither. The font's flow is controlled from the Lyceum Grove down below. We must open the root system and allow more water through. However, the magic that regulates this flow can only be used by some. It's protected by a ward known as the Waterlock. It can only be opened by one who carries drops from each of the 5 sacred pools surrounding Issa. Collect these drops, and you can break the Waterlock. Collect water from each of the 5 sacred pools, and then go to the Lyceum Grove. This is where the roots can be opened to regulate the font's flow. Goodbye.
What do you want?
I am the great huntress Hartwin, and you are not allowed on the trellis. What brings you here, beautiful? How quaint. Well, I am the most respected and most deserved to lead. Besides, I detest that harlot, Warlord Winry. So it is only right I meet the High King before her. Every one of our kind has a gift, they say, a role in the telling. Mine is to seek harmony with nature by keeping the wild fae under control. I am the Reaper. Most of my seasons are spent in the shadows of the canopy, tracking my prey. Goodbye.
What do you want?
Show some respect.
You've got the seeds! Now we'll see if the Victor's Brew can stand up to a new challenger. I'll have a batch of Aska's draft ready before the week is out. Take this, friend. And like I promised, the merchants here will give you a discount. You've got a home here in the alley for as long as you like. See you soon.
Please obey the
So, you're done. A right group of snakes, eh? So, any insight into how I should present them so as not to tug their writhing tails? It's good that someone does. Go on. Let's line up these backstabbing serpents. Yes, yes. Of course. And then? All right. Next. Yes, yes. Excellent. That's a perfect order for these fools. Saves me the trouble of talking to them. Thank you. Goodbye.
Greetings. I have some ability with the art of sage crafting. Do you wish for some instruction? Never stop practicing. There is always time to grow your skills. Should you wish, I shall be here.
Greetings. I will be the savant presiding over your trial of initiation. Traditionally, applicants have prepared for the challenges of this trial through years of study and training. But as Augur mentioned, we realize you are unique. Do you have any questions before we begin? The magic of the ritual confronts the applicant with his or her own potential. Consequently, no two experiences are the same. How this potential manifests varies. Whatever takes place is for the applicant only. Tradition dictates it is never spoken of. And a final warning. While whatever shape the magic takes isn't real, not truly, what happens can have real consequences. Do not underestimate the danger. This is a fluid magic. The form it takes varies according to the power and nature of the ritual's focus. In this case, you. The goal is a simple one: survive. Like every Scholia Arcana member before you, to join our ranks, you must first confront the specter of your potential. And be aware that I am watching. Now, proceed into the center of the circle to begin. Good luck. Not the most welcoming place, is it? Is that a pile of corpses? Fascinating. Don't pay any attention to my ramblings, Initiate. Those fair Gorta look like they're out for blood. Possess quite the capacity for violence. Intriguing. By the Founders, what is that? A synergistic construct of all chemical elements resonant within a sage-crafted crystalline substructure. I do hope you survive the trial. We must discuss this further. The first phase of the trial is complete. Another cave. How interesting. Ah, a waterfall. That's lovely. What in blazes to offer? The details are excellent. You obviously know them well. Something is terribly wrong. Ahead, I sense another's presence in the trial. Dissonance. Growing.
Where am I? What is this place? I am the Dark Empyrean, and I will not be bound by you or those you serve. I could kill you now, but I have plans for those who watch from the shadows. Now be gone.
Such power. One moment we were linked, sustaining the magic of the trial, and then an arc of energy, the likes of which I have never seen, burst from you. 3 mages lay dead, and 2 have fled screaming. I know the trial is not meant to be shared, but what in Lyria's name happened? A difficult question. The purpose of the spell is to... How it goes about this is, well, uncertain. The magic finds a way. So I must ask, what happened in your trial? What did you encounter? A woman? Masked in shadow? I will need to consult my books. Perhaps later we can discuss the details. For now, we have dead to bury and missing mages to find. As for the formalities, you have proven yourself worthy in the trial of initiation. In the name of the Scholia Arcana, I hereby confer unto you the title of Neophyte. Welcome to the Order. Come speak to me when you're ready to be of use. I am sending you to the ruin of Aod, to the south. There, the element of fire thrives as though it has a life of its own. After your initiation trial, the magic in Aod shifted. I believe this magic is tied to you, Initiate. Confronting it might yield some answers. Followers of Rakor dwell within. They have quite the affinity for fire, as do other creatures found there. As for what may be causing the recent swelling in power emanating from the ruin, your guess is as good as mine. Lyria be with you. Oh, yes, welcome.
Greetings to you.
Hey? You've done well, Child of the Dust. Those below will never know what is really happening. But in the end, is this a part of the many seasons or the sudden tempest? Does hiding the rot not spoil the harvest, no? Take this. You're brave. Perhaps we will meet again. Goodbye, my friend.
Hello.
You are a force to be reckoned with. It's not easy to defeat such a vicious monster. Please, take this reward. My heart will no longer be filled with dread when I venture into the She. Later, then.
Hello. Welcome back. What can I do for you? Safe travels.
Have a seat.
The waters of Loch Dyden. Such a lovely sight.
You have completed the task that the Hierophant set out for you, as all travelers are expected to. Well done. What I invite you to join is not a fraternity, not a guild. It is a family, a race, a bastion for those of like mind and talents. All travelers are now your kin, and you theirs. Now, the Hierophant is called for you to serve again. The seer demands, so you must answer.
The next task is unique. It involves stealing from one of my kind. Amateur, Lord of the Hunt, fallen member of the Courts of Summer. This is what I can tell you of the task. Pray at the Hierophant Shrine and receive their blessed wisdom. You must go to the Hierophant Shrine and good luck. Careful out there.
Well, you've got a lively bit of swagger about you, traveller. Fancy on helping me with a bit of work? It's keys I need, Burke. Prison keys. The travellers are getting locked up in record numbers. I'm not one to sit around with my mouth agape. Getting these keys could save a traveller from the noose, but to get them, you'll need to get to jail yourself. Talk's one thing, Burke. You bring me those keys, and then I'll know that you decided to do it. Pleasant travels, Burke.
So, you've come to me again, Shade. So competent you were in your last mission that I've prepared another for you. You will steal Buru's boots from Amater, Lord of the Hunt, once member of the Court of Summer. They are ancient things, a rare item to be so treasured among the Fae. Though their enchantments work only for the Fae, they are still highly prized. There has not been word of the Lord of the Hunt for some time. When I scry for him, I only see portents of his herald, Ergaze. The road to the boots lies through her. You must seek her out in the She and learn where to find Amater in the boots.
Good to see you. I don't know how to thank you. You've given me a second chance.
Enjoy your stay in Ayton.
Greetings to you, traveler. I had hoped I would meet one of your kind in these woods. You seek to rob the Lord of the Hunt, Amalur. I wish to see the boots taken from my master as well, but I do not have them. I can only reveal their location to you. To find them, you must find Amalur, the Lord of the Hunt, the one whom I herald. But this is not merely a matter of an owner and his possession. The Lord of the Hunt has secluded himself in Arduith because the boots carry a terrible curse. Amalur is the Hunt incarnate, and the boots enhance his natural abilities. They make him undetectable. He stalks unseen and unheard until he strikes. But the boots urge him to hunt, to take blood and life. His mind is like the feral beasts. He views all creation as his prey. And so he locked himself in Arduith to protect all from his madness. Entering Arduith, and he will hunt you as well. No, though I yearn to see my master restored. The curse is too pervasive, and he would wish death on himself for how he has fallen. But in that death, there is a blessing. For he might rise again sometime, and restore the Hunt, and free himself from this indignity. I would warn you that to go to Arduith is to go to your death. But if you must obtain those boots, then you must go. Be wary. They are with the Hollow serves as a prison for Amalur. Go, now!
You've returned. Have you found them? Then you must tell me, please. Very well. But I'm eager to learn what happened that night. Goodbye! please, tell me what transpired between them. Then you must tell me, please. Yes, I suspected as much. Cassera has a strong will, and thinks with much agility. I am not surprised to learn this is her doing. Very well. What happened next? That's but of the third. What happened? Bertrand always had... Well, I'm sure you've done all you could. So take this with my thanks. And until next time... Greetings! Sage crafting is one of the prime... Until next time!